Hey everybody, hope you're doing great today. Uh, Today is another beautiful day, and welcome to the Global Speakers Advantage podcast. My name is Oliver Nshom, and I'm going to be walking you through a very exciting episode today on the how to craft captivating messages that resonate with social pro. All right, with social pro. So, if you're just joining us, this is the Global Speakers Advantage podcast. And of course, today is an exciting day, and another exciting episode is here with you. And so, you're just joining us in the studio. Welcome and good afternoon to America, and good evening to Cameroon, Africa, and good morning to the other parts of the world. So, let us know which part of the world you're joining us from, and we are good to go. So, if you're joining us from YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook and wherever you're joining us from, let's know which part of the world you're joining us from. I want to talk about some very, very important things. If you've been a professional speaker, if you are aspiring to be a professional speaker, if you're a public speaker and you want to become a professional speaker, um, I've good news for you. I'm going to be sharing. I'll be sharing some 5 types of social proofs that you need to be able to begin having paid speaking gigs. You get it? 5 outstanding social proofs that you need to be on your way to paid speaking over 20 days. And of course, without any wastage of time, the first one is one of my favorite, and it is nothing but clients testimonials. Client testimonials. All right, client testimonials. Client testimonials, very crucial, very important, very cardinal. Many people are not booking you till now just because they don't hear what your clients are saying. Many people are not booking your coaching programs, your keynote sessions, just because they are not hearing what your clients are saying. And so, what is your strategy to get the feedback of your clients, the things your clients are saying about you out there on your website, out there on your social media platforms, so that the other ones that are still yet to book you can really just want to hear the feedback? I understand that at times there are some people that are very negative and they are always negative, and they will always think about how to destroy your business and whatever. But again, there are some clients that you work with them in the past, you've satisfied them, and they are ready to vouch for your business. One interesting thing about doing business in the US or in the Western world is that testimonials, very important. Your reputation, very important. The feedback people give you, the reviews that you receive from clients about your business, be it a verbally written video on Google reviews, it will make a big difference. That will bring a big shift in your business, my friend. So if you've been thinking about how to get more clients, I would strongly recommend you serve more clients with excellence. And for those who are willing, they could share the feedback testimonials. And so you can use that on your website, you can use that on your social media handles. And then I bet you when you begin to do this consistently, you begin to have more people trusting your business, trusting your brand, trusting your stories, trusting your keynotes, trusting your coach program. And before you notice, you are booking and closing a lot of leads. Right. So for those who are new into digital marketing industry, a lead is a customer. It could be a client that you are actually getting. That's a new lead. So a new lead is a new client. So you need to leverage so much on your client testimonials. That's so important. The next thing is media mission. Media mission is so powerful. So media mission here simply means who are the brands you worked with, right? So when you go to TV stations, when you appear on podcasts, when you appear on as guests on radio programs, TV programs, and podcasts, it makes a lot of sense because the video except the audio except the pictures that you've taken from those media mentions can make a big difference between trust and untrust. And again, there is what we call publicity and there's what we call advertisement. What is the difference? Advertisement is you paying Facebook to run an ad for you. Advertisement is you paying a TV channel to run an ad for you. Advertisement is you paying a radio station to work to run an ad for you. That's advertisement. All right. Now, there is a difference between advertisement and publicity. So now what is publicity? Publicity is when you are a thought leader in a particular field. It could be public speaking, it could be keynote speaking, whatever field you are. And then you are invited as a guest on a podcast. You are invited as a guest on a TV show. You are invited as a guest on a radio program. You are invited as a guest to appear as a guest speaker in XYZ event. That is publicity. And guess what? What actually sells, my dear friend, is publicity, not advertisement. When people see ads popping up and down and you're talking about a particular service you want them to buy, they don't really believe so much in that. Anybody can do advertisement. Like anybody can do an ad on LinkedIn, anybody can do an ad on Facebook, anyone can do an ad on YouTube. But it's not everybody who can appear on Oprah Winfrey shows, right? You know what I mean? It's not everybody who can appear on Good Morning Cameroon. It's not everybody who can appear on Simon Sinek's podcast, right? It's not everybody who can appear on Sam's podcast. You know, there are some podcasts that's not everybody who can appear there. Means that when you have an invitation to appear on such podcasts, in such TV shows, in such radio talk shows, then that becomes publicity for you. And those media mentions are so powerful. So one of the ways for you to get more speaking gigs, to get more clients or more leads or customers, you put it that way, is to begin appearing on talk shows, getting media mention. Because the more medias that are mentioning your brand, the higher the awareness you're going to get about the brand and the higher your opportunities to close more deals. And so, again, you'll not get media mentions if you are not really good in what you are doing. So you need to step up your game in terms of excellence and work hard towards that. Endorsements from influential people. Yeah. And again, that's the third point. You need to have endorsement from influential people. And well, it comes with hard work. It comes with a level of excellence. So you need to be excellent in your delivery. You need to be really, really good in what you do before some of these influential people might be able to endorse you. Most of the time, endorsement will not just come like that. You need to work for it. And there are a lot of these influential people that their brands, they value their brands so much, and they will not, guess what? They will not love to endorse something they're not sure of. Yeah, think about that. So in as much as if you desire to have endorsements from influential people, you need to work hard to deserve the endorsement. So if I was you, if you want endorsement, you start building the relationship today. Maybe who knows, in the next 12 months, in the next 24 months, in the next 3 years, maybe they will start endorsing you. So that's the third thing you have to do to start having more speaking gigs, to start having more clients booking you like crazy. And of course, social media engagement is the fourth thing you have to start doing to having speaking gigs and clients and leads from all around the world. Social media engagement. Hey, do you know that your ability to show up on social media, the number of people that like and love and react and comment on your post, it matters a lot about your brand. Think about that. So don't take that for granted. I know you may be struggling to build your brand right now, and having those engagements is pretty challenging, but don't give up. Keep on doing that. Now, if you're struggling to have comments and have likes and loves, people interacting and engaging your content, I have two good news for you. All right. The first good news is that don't bother. Keep on consistent, because people will not just like or love and start commenting on your stuff. They want to first know you. And when you keep on showing up, I bet you they will start liking you. From then they will start loving you. And from then, guess what? They will engage with your content. And again, there is what we call community engagement content. Community engagement content talk about things or post things that are solving people's problems. You don't just post your own kind of things you want to post, but do you know what? Actually post things that are actually solving people's problem. That's so important. Those are the kind of things you want to post, not just any kind of things, right? So post things that are actually solving people's problems. That's the kind of content that will create a lot of engagement. And away from community engagement content, you need to be consistent, because one of the things that happens when it comes to social media engagement is that most of the clients you have, most of the people buying your stuff, you know what I mean? They are not people that are commenting and liking and loving your posts. What? Have you ever thought about that? So think about that. The people that will be commenting on your stuff are not necessarily the people that will buy. So most of the time, the people that will buy, they will just be silent. And when they make up their minds to buy, they will just buy. When they make up their mind to become your client, they will just become. So they don't need to comment at times or like. How do I know that? I had a client from Maryland. Um, I post some stuff. She used to like some, she doesn't like some, and one day she just signed up for my coaching program. Like, think about that. She was not the regular person that likes. She was not the regular person that comments, right? So dear clients, I'm not saying, dear future clients and dear potential clients, I'm not saying that you should not comment or like my stuff. But if you're not comfortable doing that, that's okay. So signing anytime you want to do that. Believe that most of the work I'm doing today, I'm preparing for my 2026, 2027, 2028 clients. You know what I mean? Like, so some of the clients you need to have in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, five, and so on and so forth. You have to do the work today that will attract them for you to get them in the nearest future. And so if nobody likes and nobody comments, that's okay. Keep on adding value and be intentional. Be so intentional. So you need to do social media engagement, because that is very, very important. And lastly, number 5, event logo and spotlight. As a speaker, if you have a website, one of the things I would recommend is all the organizations where you've spoken in, where all the events you've spoken at, you have to get the logos and get their permission to put on your website. Because when clients get into your website and they see the logos, for instance, you've spoken with TEDx, you've trained in Google, you delivered a talk at the Google conference, you've delivered a talk in Facebook, you've delivered a talk in Mastercard, you've delivered a talk in World Health Organization. So all the logos on your website of your previous clients can make a lot of sense, and it can create a big difference between the clients that will come in and those who will not come in. So most of the time, they want to see who were your previous clients, who are the people that you worked with before. And when you have clients you worked with before that are very influential, that creates a high probability, and that means that you're going to have more eyebrows opening up for your brand. So I want you to think about that. Think about those 5 things I've discussed. I've talked about client testimonials. I've equally talked about media mission. All right, and I've differentiated the difference between publicity and advertisement. Take note of that. I've talked about endorsement from influencers. I've talked about social media engagement, and finally, event logo and spotlight. So don't play with these 5 things. And I bet you this is literally how the different types of social proof, and that's how I see social proof. So you cannot talk about social proof without mentioning these 5 things. So it is very important that you begin to practice these 5 single amazing things. And when you begin to practice these 5 types of social proofs, I bet you your business will not only grow, you not only have new clients, but your business will skyrocket. And that is it for today, my dear friends. My name is Oliver Nshom, and I'm happy having you today in working in our Global Voices and Global Speakers Advantage podcast. So until we meet again on Tuesday, I wish you a wonderful rest of the week. It's weekend in the US, it's weekend in Europe, it's weekend in Africa, it's weekend in Asia, it's weekend in China, and it's weekend all around the world. Happy weekend to your loved one, and see you on Tuesday. Bye bye.